guys, welcome back to my channel. Super excited that you made it here today. Today we are doing the second installment of my Jaclyn Hill and Morphe Vault collection, and today's look we are using the Armed and Gorgeous palette. Now this is the most fall palette I have ever seen in my life. It is beautiful. The shades are so warm and buttery and just fall. This is fall in a palette. And this eye look makes me so excited for it to be September and October. I am counting the days down because I'm done with summer. I'm done with it. I'm ready for it not to be summer anymore. I want to pull out my sweaters, and that's just where we're at. So anyways, guys, if you want to see how to get this look and you want to see my thoughts on the Armed and Gorgeous palette, please keep watching. All right, now that you guys are moved in, let's get started on the Armed and Dangerous palette. So many beautiful colors in this palette. I'm really excited to dip into them and see how they perform. But to start, we're gonna do our Urban Decay eyeshadow primer in Fix. To start off, we are going to be using a fluffy blending brush that looks like this with the lightest yellow shade here, Access. Okay, so next we're going to dip into this color Agent. And I have just a little less fluffy brush. I'm gonna just really angle this into my crease, and I want to give a very rounded appearance here. Little sweeping motions and just working in small sections. I really don't want this look to be super winged out, so I'm really trying to give that round appearance. Back with that fluffy brush and the Access shade we used earlier. Just gonna blend the top of it out just a little bit. Okay, now we're gonna move into our halo portion here. So I'm going in with Top Secret, which is this olive green shade. And it's just on this little tiny brush here. And I don't want this to come super far in. So comparatively to the other olive green shade in the other palette of the collection that we used, I'm running a blank on the name right now, but the green and teal one, this green is a little bit patchier, which is interesting. You can see every time I run over this patch, it picks the color up. So I'm having a really hard time blending that particular spot because it's not, the color's just not sticking to it. Same for right here, and I don't know why. And I feel like, unfortunately, again, like my previous tutorial with the other palette, I feel like this is one of those where I'm really having to work hard to make the palette work, as opposed to them just blending really nicely on their own. There's a lot of packing and, in my opinion, like an excessive amount of blending. The colors are very pretty. This palette is so cohesive and it's like perfect for fall. But you are going to be spending a lot of time sitting here blending these colors out so that they don't look extremely patchy. And if you're okay with that, that's totally fine. Okay, so now we're going to do our cut crease. I have Tarte Shape Tape here and a flat little cut crease brush. So I really want this to be a smoked out halo. So I'm okay with it not being like this sharp defined line up here because I really want it to be smoky. I don't necessarily want it to be like, oof, there's the top of my cut crease. I just want it to be, so really it's really more of a spotlight versus cut crease. I'm just gonna take a little liner brush and this shade Classified. And now I'm gonna start gradiating these shimmers inwards. Okay, so that shade was pretty difficult to work with, not gonna lie. I really had to dig in. It's kind of hard to see, but I really had to dig into the shimmer to actually make that pick up on my brush at all. And I used setting spray to set my brush to pick it up, so that's highly unusual. Okay, now I'm going in with the color Coin. That is beautiful. That is very pretty. Okay, so now I just need to do this center, and I'm going to use the shade VIP, this white shimmer. I'm going to take that original yellow shade that we used and run that under our eyes here. This is just a little bit more of that Agent shade, the darker orange. And then on this little tiny round brush, I'm going to go back into that olive green shade. Okay, just pop some NYX Jumbo eye pencil on my waterline. And now I'm going to pop on mascara and my Esquito lashes. And I'll be right back so we can do lips. Alright, so we're back, lashes are done, and I just wanted to state that these were the Smoke and Fire Esquito lashes, which I don't think I said before, but they're really full all the way around, so they're great for looks that don't have eyeliner. Okay, so now we're going to pop our lipstick on. I'm going to be using my Healthy Lip Velvet Finish from Physicians Formula in this warm rosy color. just think that looks really pretty. And this is the final look. Okay guys, so final thoughts on the Armed and Gorgeous palette. So the other palette that I used, my first tutorial with the Vault collection was with the Dark Magic palette, and that had the dark teals and greens and those kind of looks, very cool toned. And this is pretty much the exact opposite with all of these warm golden tones, which are perfect for fall. So I had some of the same issues though with the matte, specifically this green one this time, which it didn't have an issue with the olive green in the Dark Magic palette, so that's interesting. But I really struggled to get this look to not be patchy when I used the olive color, which was kind of disappointing because I love matte olive shades, and the fact that there were two of them in this Vault collection was really exciting to me. So maybe I'll just have to play around with it more and see if I can get it to work with a different brush. But the brush I used it with today, it really struggled to go on without being patchy. The final look really pulled together okay, but going there in the middle there, I was concerned that it wasn't going to be able to be blended out or usable at all. So that was a little bit disappointing. The shade Classified that I used, I was also disappointed in that because I felt like I really had to dig in there to get any kind of color payoff. And even with a flat brush and setting spray to wet the brush, it really wasn't as bright as I thought it was going to be. It is pretty in the transition, but I wanted it to have a little bit more pop. The VIP shade and Coin were fabulous. They were so, I mean, you can see them. They're so shimmery and beautiful. Coin is just like the prettiest green gold. It's gorgeous. And I had no issues with accent or agent. So both of those mattes really blended out nicely. It seems to just be the darker mattes that I'm having troubles with. And I will just have to see how the other palettes perform in that area. But overall, the colors are stunning. It is the perfect fall palette. It really is, and I can definitely see myself grabbing this and using it as it gets into September and October. And so I am excited to keep playing with this. I was disappointed in those couple shadows, but it's not the end of the world for me. I will still be able to figure out how to put them together and use it. If you are a beginner in eyeshadow, maybe not, considering even I had to really work with each of those shadows to make them work the way that I wanted to. So if you're not super comfortable with it, it might not be the palette for you. If you're happy to work with them and spend some time blending, then I think you could really get a lot of use out of it. So those are my final thoughts on this palette. I hope that you guys liked this look, that you learned something new and cool today, that you tested out on yourself and enjoyed day, oh geez, what day is it? Let's take a look. Day 37. We're on day 37 of the 100 Days of Makeup palette, which is wild. I can't believe it's going so quickly, but this is day 37. And I hope that you've enjoyed the 100 Days of Makeup this year so far. I know I really have. I've been really enjoying it this year. I had it set up a lot better than last year, so it's been more fun for me. Be sure you're following along on my Facebook page and my Instagram to get updated every time I post a new look. And those are both just at Blonde and Ambitious blog, so be sure to check them out. And I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your week or weekend, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!